Nick Velasco listening to the Malolos jingle in the background as we rejoin the action here at the Malolos Sports and Convention Center. Austin Morris, Pateros Associates, Pateros Austin Morris Associates down by 1. Nick Velasco feeling like Steph Curry there in that first period with the three-pointers.
Well, that is his favorite team, obviously.
That's right. Cofield tries to go inside, continues with the play, but Almirol did not catch it.
Just a little too much heat on that pass there. Leading scorers in the first quarter were Nick Velasco and Mark Pangilinan with 9 points apiece. So they cancel each other out.
Yeah,
there.
sort of, yeah. There's Del De Leon seeing his first action of the game. Over to Balagtas working the post against Almirol. Shovels it over. Fajardo's been trying that three. He's missed now on his first 2 attempts from beyond the arc.
He's not really shooting. He's just sort of throwing it, flicking it.
Well, he needs a shooting coach by the name of Vince Hezon, I guess.
No. Why ruin a good thing, right? For him.
For him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad you made that clear.
Obvious.
Edmar Pateno working against Gutierrez. Pateno, shot clock winding down. Cofield going inside to Velasco.
Good pass.
Moving around. Almirol trying to create space. Overshot it though.
You know, that's pretty unselfish basketball there.
Right. Malolano's back in the game for Pateros. Gutierrez.
Gutierrez is very shifty.
Right.
Keeps making Pateno.
There's Barriente. Shot clock at 7. Fajardo isolated. Fajardo draws the foul. How about that?
You know, that's what he wants to do. I mean,
yeah,
we could try to make him a jump shooter all we want, but he is just a driver. He loves to drive, get the contact, and make three-point plays if possible.
Well, he will earn it from the free throw line as Ungria will return along with Deles. And we're also going to have the local guy, Guerrero seeing his first action. Rickson Guerrero, shooting guard out of Pateros.
You know, that's really what we want is, you know, we are a regional grassroots amateur league and emphasis on the grassroots.
Yeah.
We want to discover and develop new talents. And Guerrero is one of those guys that, you know, we have some high hopes for.
And, of course, Dominic Fajardo, a student at Bulacan State University. Missing 2 free throws, though. De Leon airballs that 3. Good clear out that time. Good box out there from Chris Cofield. So Cofield will bring it down.
Oh,
pass intended for Velasco.
Almost.
Nick recovers. Guerrero being watched now by Barrientes. They move it around. Deles. And Cofield settles everybody down, but with only 8 seconds to shoot. Cofield penetrates. Cofield hang time blocked by Fajardo. Recovery by Guerrero. How about that?
That was a nice play there. Took the contact, had the presence of mind to put it down. Guerrero will go to the stripe and try to earn that three-point play the traditional way. Let's look at it once again. Goes up. Well, you couldn't really see it too much because of the broad shoulders of Nick Velasco, but great play.
And Guerrero could not get the three-point play to go, but more importantly, Pateros has now grabbed the lead once again, 22-21, as Jawar Purdy comes in for Nick Velasco. Now, this is interesting as Pateros goes to a smaller lineup, wanting to speed this up. That moves Guerrero over to the small forward position. Here's De Leon, looking for the pick and roll, never materialized. Deles almost got it, it is stolen. Here's Cofield into the front court. Deles running all the way. Good defense provided there by Dominic Fajardo.
Smart move by Guerrero, who got the offensive rebound. Just pull it out and start over again.
Purdy. Cofield for 3.
Guerrero once again.
Right. Bunch of energy shown by the local guy from Pateros. Rickson Guerrero jumps it over to Jawar Purdy. Purdy, three-pointer is good.
There it goes. Started off not very hot. 1 out of 6 in the first quarter, but he's one of those guys we all know. Once he starts, he's hard to stop.
And you're saying he's averaging 30 points a game over the last 2.
He is. And, you know, he's leading all scorers in this FBA as far as averages for three-pointers and assists.
How about that? Jawar Purdy knocking that one down. He's got 5 in the game. How about Rickson Guerrero coming in, getting a basket, and getting an assist on that last play?
He's put in some very positive minutes
Right.
already for Coach Nick Velasco. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays longer minutes now.
Irvin Soto back in the game as Anthony Tayo adjusts. That there is a small lineup on the floor. Fajardo scoops it up almost. Rebound to RJ Delis.
Good strength there for Delis. Guerrero gets the ball. Nice pass again.
Another assist from Guerrero.
Hey, you got to give credit to Guerrero for coming in and making a statement and saying, hey, I'm not just a local. I could be the star on this team as well.
Well, he has energized the second unit, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
De Leon checks out Mark Pangilinan, who had 9 points in the first period, comes in. RJ Delis at the free throw line. Cannot complete the three-point play. Malolos has not scored here in the second period. Now steal.
Not a good decision to pass that ball that far.
Right. Hongria, they move it around now to Guerrero. Purdy. Cofield. Lots of time on the shot clock, but Purdy decides to take it, and he is hot now.
Okay. Enough of the playing games. It's time to play some basketball.
That's right. And a timeout called by Malolos mighty Bulsu. They were up by 1 at the end of the first 10 minutes of action. They're down by 9 right now. We'll be right back. The FBA continues, ladies and gentlemen, right here from the Malolos Sports and Convention Center. And Jawar Purdy, after starting, 0 for 4 from the field, has now knocked down his last 2 3-pointers, forcing Anthony Tayo to call a timeout as Malolos is fallen behind by 9.
Malolos not shooting particularly well. I think it's Pateros' defense really, coming to the fore there. Malolos 0 out of 5 here in this second quarter. Pateros 4 out of 8, and there's your lead.
Right. Well, Ernest Reyes gets an opportunity to get to the free throw line, infiltrating the defense of the white shirts. Ernest Reyes, the veteran, played major minutes in their last matchup against the Manila NUMFT Bulldogs, where they almost got the win, but lost 64-62 in that one.
So close.
Yeah, so close. Reyes missing on 2. Fajardo missed on 2 earlier. And Malolos is still scoreless in the second period. Rickson Guerrero. His pass is picked off by Dominic Fajardo.
A little too unselfish there. He probably should have gone up for that shot.
Right. Ernest Reyes against 4 white shirts. Lost the ball. Gutierrez can't get it to go. Reyes can't get the follow-up. And Malolos is still scoreless in the second period. Cofield is blocked by Irvin Soto. Pangilinan now triggers it over to Ernest Reyes in the open court. Let's see what he does. Reyes blocked from behind by Guerrero.
Wild and woolly action.
Right. So Guerrero now also picks up a block to go with his stats.
Uh-oh.
Jawar Purdy from Cofield.
And he gets a high five from his coach running down the sideline there. I'd say he's heated up a little bit.
Yeah, well, more than a little bit right now because he's just knocked down 3 consecutive three-point shots to give Pateros a 12-point lead. Pangilinan forced one up, still can't get it to go. Only 1 shot allowed now for Malolos. Purdy. Cofield. Back to Purdy. Purdy given space again, and he hits it again.
This is the Jawar Clinic right here.
He's got 14 in the game.
Wow.
4 triples all here in the second period. And the route is on. Pangilinan before the shot.
Wow, look at that. 2 points at the end of the first quarter. And now he's already got 14, and he's still got half of the second quarter to go. 14.
Exactly.
That's already a game stat, not a halftime stat.
Gino Anderson Jr. checks in for the first time for Pateros, as Paul De La Cruz will replace Gutierrez. No free throws coming up for Pangilinan. So Pangilinan decides to just take it inside. Finally, some movement.
Got to give some credit to Rickson Guerrero as well, who goes to the bench. He gave some very quality minutes. He was an asset on both sides of the court for Coach Nick Velasco.
Well, he got 2 points, 2 assists, and 1 block, and 1 turnover. That's pretty good for about, 5 minutes of action?
Absolutely. That's very good.
Pangilinan.
Yeah,
he has got 14 in the game as well, Vince.
Yeah, they needed that. They need a spark plug. They need a go-to guy, and Mark Pangilinan, I think, is it.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. Anderson, Deles, very, very difficult angle to work with, and away from the ball, a hold is called on Hungria.
Looks like he was holding Soto.
And we are going to segue into this timeout. It is a 10-point lead for the visiting Pateros Austin Morris Associates against Malolos. We'll be right back. Boy, what a run for Jaward Purdy so far, Vince. He is on fire officially now. 14 in the game, 12 here in this second period. But Dominic Fajardo goes to the free throw line to try to make Malolos creep even closer. Remember, at the end of the first period, Malolos was up by 1. Now they're down by 9.
You know, that's the real advantage of a three-point shot. I mean, it's just a lot of points in a hurry, especially when you hit 4 like he did. He just took over from where Nick Velasco left off in the first quarter.
That's right.
Nick hit 3 in a row. Now you got Jawar Purdy, who hit 4 in a row.
Well, 2 free throws are made there by Fajardo. That cuts the lead down to 8. Cofield trap, gets it over to Gino Anderson Jr. Whips it over to Olano.
That was a dime right there. Excellent pass coming from Gino Anderson.
That lead is back up to 10 points, 38-28, 3.5 to play here in our first half. Mark Pangilinan, 14 in the game as well. Gets it over to Ernest Reyes. Reyes sneaks in.
I thought he was just going to go up off of 2 feet right there, but Ernest really turned it into a layup. I don't know how he did that.
And Gino Anderson Jr. misses his layup. Ryan Arambulo is in the game for the first time for Pateros. Paul De La Cruz just put his head down that time and lucky to get the blocking foul instead of a charge. Are they going to call it a charge? They do.
Oh, I think it's going to be 1st and 10 for Bulsu at the 50-yard line. No, he put his head down a little too much.
Right.
He's got to be a little more under control there.
So that's a turnover against Malolos. 3 minutes to go. Good press break. Purdy setting things up now. He wants some movement. Cofield. Olano. Shot clock at 6 and away from the ball. Mark Pangilinan is caught for the foul.
I think he got him for shoving Gino Anderson. That's his 2nd foul. Probably doesn't want to get his 3rd before halftime. He is, after all, their leading scorer.
That is right. Purdy right now going out. What a luxury also for Nick Velasco not to have to play to keep his team in the game. They're up by 8, still 8 after the miss by Oliano. Pangilinan at midcourt gets it over to Dominic Fajardo. Full head of steam. Fajardo gets it to go.
Forget about it. If he's got a dribble or 2 in between you and him, I mean, he's going to beat you every time.
And the lead is down to 6. Good rally for Malolos. Ryan Arambulo being given some space by Irvin Soto. Provides the pick now for Jawar Purdy. They've shut down Purdy after he hit 4 3-pointers. Purdy, 4 seconds to shoot. Gino Anderson Jr. can put this up from anywhere, but he will miss. And Irvin Soto secures. A chance to inch even closer now for Malolos. Ernest Reyes.
He is so effective with that Bulsu step.
That's a good thing to do. A Bulsu step. Only Ernest Reyes can get away with that one. Lob pass, Arambulo. Good read by Ernest Reyes. Irvin Soto now thinks he's the point guard. Mark Pangilinan on the pull-up. That would have been big.
Yeah, just a little left. He's claiming he got hit shooting, but don't they all?
A minute and a half remaining in our first half, Vince. It is a 4-point lead for Pateros. Cofield turns the corner. Cofield puts it up. Battle for the rebound. Chris Cofield finds it. Cofield gets bumped. Makes the basket, looking for the whistle, but none was called.
You know, that's where he is so effective. When he can get those last 2 steps going to the rim, even if you hit him, he's got that strength to get that shot up.
40-34 right now. Fajardo on the spin. Fajardo has it poked away. Recovery, Fajardo, and a foul on Oliano. So Dominic Fajardo doing a little solo act right there.
Dominic Fajardo, one of the known scorers for this team. And they're going to need it. Right now, you know, he didn't start the ball game, but they're looking for his energy off the bench, and so far he's delivered.
Right, Ungaria comes in. We're calling him Ungri earlier. It's actually Ungaria, Aljon Ungaria. He did get the start here today. Fajardo making good on 2. He missed his first 2, but he's hit his last 4 from the stripe. Under a minute remaining in the first half.
Bulsu really trying to push the envelope, pick up three-quarter court. Ooh, good pass there.
Velasco just checked in. That's Nick's first 2-point field goal. He's got 11 in the game.
Good job by Nick to pick up the garbage and turn into gold.
Right.
Oliano, I didn't think the pass was even going to get through, but Nick was able to salvage it.
How about Dominic Fajardo splitting 2 defenses that time, Vince?
You know, we're just going to call him the Energizer Bunny. Because, my goodness, how much energy can one guy have?
Oh, nice pass inside Ungaria.
Ungaria, once again, 2 assists in a row.
And
nice
now,
decoy play from him.
Right, the last shot now belongs to Malolos, though. Fajardo turned back.
Ungaria.
And at the buzzer, this is good if it goes. It's just short from Chris Cofield. So we all of a sudden have a close one at the end of the first 20 minutes of action. 44-38 in favor of Malolos' mighty Bulsu.